Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri Tsvetkov, and today I'm making one more video about the golf statistics and the best rounds, the golf statistics of the best rounds. Those are the rounds which were played with the scoring -8 and better. And the reason to do it is the yesterday result of the Xander Schauffele, who have played 64 and have played -8 exactly. And he was only one who could play with such a score during the first 2 days of the CG Cup and Shadow Creek. In this connection, it's very interesting to analyze his performance. And I need to say that it was not exactly, the easy task. So I have made a special spreadsheet for analysis of the best round performance disconnection. This time my video will be a little bit different from the previous ones. So I am taking all the information about the play-by-play statistics of the Xander Schauffele during the second day of the tournament, and after that I'm trying to calculate different figures which are, in my opinion, better describing his golf statistics. As we know, yesterday he have started to play not from the first tee but from the 10th tee. In this connection, it's much more reasonable to start exactly from those tees and to analyze hole by hole results of his game. So we can see that here is the tee shot distance, the first, for example, the 10 holes which were first for him. It's par 4. It's 437 yards long, and his first shot was 287 yards in the left fairway, and he was need to play approach to green from the distance 156, and we are calculating the percentage of approach to the total distance. So if the total distance was 437 yards and the approaching distance, the distance after after tee shot was 156, so 156 is approximately 36% of the 437. What is the reason to calculate it is first of all, I will calculate it for the different holes, par 3, par 4, and par 5 holes. And my idea was to understand what is the reason to expect the birdie after the first shot on the different holes. Let's say that we had a situation when it was one very short hole, par 4, here, just a second, this one. So the 11th hole, which is only 301 yards long, and in this connection, he was need to play only 18.6 yards after the first tee shot, and it was only 6% of the total distance. And this connection, it's expected that from such position after first tee shot, we have much more reasons to expect birdie than on the other holes. And this connection, we will try to analyze what is the difference, what is the distance, and maybe it's not any relationships, but what is the difference, what are those figures, the percentage of the approach shot to the total distance for expecting of the birdies from those or that players, this time from the Xander Schauffele. So the second information here is the proximity of the second stroke. So it's as we can see, his second stroke was the 156 yards to the green, and he was only in 2 feet and 2 inches, or 1.4 yards to the hole after that. So his mistake, it was amazingly perfect approaching, and his mistake after this stroke was after this approach was just less than 1%. And this connection, we can easily expect that he will make birdie on this hole, but he could not do it, and his mistake were very seriously, because he have parted the ball for 6 feet 5 inches. So the mistake was 33% from the distance of the first putt. So in this connection, it's much more. We can say that his first putt, his putting on his first hole yesterday were not something extra. You know that his probability of the first putt from the 4 feet 2 inches is very close to 100%. But yesterday he could not convert it in the birdie on the first hole. So on the second hole, which were 11 holes yesterday, so he have made, as we see, the very good tee shot, and he was in the right rough in the 55 feet and 10 inches to the hole only. After that, he have made very good chipping, and the ball was in 3 foot 4 inches to the hole only, 101 yard, or excuse me, 1.1 yard. It was mistake of the second stroke, 5.67%, and he have made a birdie from this distance, and the probability of the birdie will approximately 100% at this time. So the next hole, again, very interesting. It was 408 yards par 4, and his first stroke was for 262 yards on the right fairway. So the distance to the pin position was 130 yards only. And again, we can see that he have made this time not so huge approach to the green, because from distance 128 yards he have made a stroke to the green, but he had 8.2 yards for putting, and he have made 2 putts from this distance. And so in this connection, the proximity of the approach were 6.4%, and we can see that mistake of the first putt was 15.6%. Plus that we analyzing on different holes. I put here the information if he have made the greens and regulation, and in this position we will, in this cell we will, I'm putting the information about the scrambling. So if he was not on the green by the first stroke, yes, on the 10th hole, but he could say he have saved the par here, because he have made just 1 putt. Oh no, excuse me, it's mistake. Yes, it was the green and regulation, certainly. So yes, it's good that I have found this mistake, because it's changing some figures. Yes, here it is. Everything other is normal. It's good. So this way we have analyzed 3 holes, first 3 holes for him, and after that we can see that he have birdies. And the first birdie was on the par 3, and it's amazingly perfect tee shot on the green, and mistake was just 0.4% and only 0.9 yards to the hole, and he have made the birdie. The next hole was par 4, and this time we need to say that it was a long par 4, 488 yards, and his first stroke was on the left fairway, 330 yards. And this way you see that thanks to this distance, he was in 155 yards to the green, and so the distance of the approach were 32% of the total distance. And he's making quite a good approaching from this distance. He was on the green. In 8.8 yards to the hole only. It's a 6% mistake, and thanks to his long putt from this distance, exactly from 8.8 yards, he's making one putt, and he's making birdie. On the next hole, again, 488 yards long. First tee shot was 300 yards, left intermediate, and he was in 186 yards to the hole. So the first stroke, it was 38% to play of the total distance, and he's making a good approach to the green with mistake 7%. And again, he have made very good long putt from the 37 feet, and it was one more birdie. And so we can analyze stroke by stroke all his holes, and we are receiving after that the combined statistics about his performance. And I need to say that even yesterday, on the second 9 holes, the first 9 he have played in 29 strokes, and the second ones he have played in the 35 strokes. So we need to say that even in those days when he played exactly perfectly with the score -8, the 2 nines were absolutely different for him. And on the second 9s, he was not so amazingly perfect as on the first 9. In many cases, it's understandable he was need to take additional risk for himself in this connection. He have played more safely, but we can find that that it is in some cases it's a reason to expect that today his round will be not so simple as it seems, because as we know, the current expectations of his winning on this tournament was 61% before beginning of this round, the short round, but his statistics is showing that he have some potential problems in his game, and this connection to expect today such a beautiful round as it was yesterday is not so highly reasonable. And this connection, if his competitors will be much more successful and close to the such figures which he have showed yesterday, it will be reasonable to expect that the struggle will be much more serious than it is expected currently. So the combined statistics of his yesterday round, because it's quite interesting to understand the total statistics of such a perfect rounds, is that you see that on par 3 holes, thanks to his average proximity, which were just 5.21%. Yes, exactly. And his average score was 2.5. So 2 holes he have played from 4. 2 holes he have played in the birdie, and 2 holes he have played in the par. So on the par 4 holes, his average scoring was 3.7. And his average proximity after first stroke was 33.8% from the total distance. So it's also very good result, and I think that it's very reasonable to expect that in the other rounds the same figures will be actual for the other golfers. And on the par 5 holes, and we need to say that the average scoring on these par 3 holes is much more better than average for the professional golfers, which is close to the 3, and average scoring on the par 4 holes also The average figures is approximately 4, and he had 3.7. And for par 5 holes, his average proximity after first stroke was 33.8%, and the average scoring was 4.25. So from 4 holes, he have played 3 in the birdie and 1 in the par. So it was a bogey-free round, and it's also interesting to make a calculations about the greens and regulation. Yesterday, on the first 9, his greens and regulation statistics was 88.9. So he have played 8 holes on the first 9 greens and regulations, have made greens and regulations, and so the scrambling was 100% because he was need to play to save par just 1 hole, and he have saved it. And the total statistics for the all rounds was the total was score was 64, and he have made 14 greens and regulation. It's approximately 78%, as we know. And on those 4 holes where he could not achieve the greens, he have saved all the pars, or played better than the par, because on the one of the holes he have made a chip in, and in this connection he have made the birdie, not the par. So it's quite interesting in my opinion statistics, and plus that we have here the average percentage mistake of the first part proximity. So the average proximity in the percentage. Yeah. I hope that it's the first experience of the analysis of the best golf round statistics this way, and I hope that there will be much more reasons to do such videos in future, and thanks to them I will understand better. We could understand better of the difference of such a beautiful rounds when the golfers is playing -8 and better from the average rounds of such a golfers. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a good evening. Have a good day in many countries, and thanks again. I hope to see you on my channel, and I will be thanks a lot for any links which are related to the golf statistics, which is most interesting subject for me. Have a good day. Have a good golf all over the golf. Thank you. Bye bye.